Welcome to a brand new year with the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. This is 2022 Season 1, and we have a lot of great things to talk about, and you're going to see some new stuff that is going to be just mind-blowing as far as the competition, and we've changed our cars, changed our format, but we're going to have a lot of drivers, and speaking of a lot of drivers, we've actually doubled about the amount of our field that we're going to have out here today. So to kick things off right for 2022, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Lexi Plumley.
Hi. I'd like to say that since it's our first day back and we've got so many new people, I'd like to say that I'm giving out points right this second.
Right this second, even before the race started?
Yes, 1,000, 1,000,000, 2,000, 99,000, 1,000,000 for the bonus.
Well, people better be getting some wheelbarrows to take that home. So where are we at this week?
Road Atlanta.
Yep, and what's it all about? Where's it actually in?
Brazelton.
Brazelton, Georgia. So it's a home track for a lot of the guys here tonight. The temperature today is a real hot one.
108 degrees.
Yeah, that is on the track. So for these cars, it is going to be really tough to keep the tires underneath them. So we're going to go ahead and move on, and let's talk about this massive large grid that we have, and a lot of names you're going to see from years past and seasons past, and some we may not know how to actually say their names correctly, so we apologize in advance, but we're just winging this about how this first one's going to go with this new format. So no surprise, we have Michael Cochran from the Tennessee Region SCCA on pole. Did not partake in any of the practice sessions we had, and he must have been practicing on his own because he ends up with a 129 flat to take pole in this race, the first time we've seen him in quite some time since last season. Second place from Podium Hunters East is Jeffrey Aaron. Third is Ali Belaje, back for TN SCCA. Justin Hall, who's with Suddy, and they're back in full force this year. Glad to see them. In fourth, Michael Day, Friend Motorsport, in fifth. Ryan Flannery, his teammate, in sixth. Jesse Olson, Podium Hunter Gold and three-time championship winner last year for 2021, is in seventh place. Matt Carroll is in eighth. Jovan Seller is in ninth. And Andy Gaterick, the first of the ZP Motorsports drivers, in 10th.
11th is Matt
Nickel.
12th is Gregory K.
Yep. You remember that from last year?
13th is Daniel DJ Zero.
Yep, or Kroger.
Oh, yeah. 14th is Tom Jessen. 15th is Chris Walsh.
Yep. Not Charles.
Charles Wells. 16th is Kevin Medina. 17th is Quentin G. Beaver.
Close. Bover.
18th is Skylar Gregg.
Glad to have him back.
19th is Vincent
Cernuto.
I don't know. And 20 is Justin Dybomber.
Yep. 21st is Abe Wozniak. I like saying that one. 22nd, Bradley Alvis brings back and round out a lot of the team from Shut Up and Drive It. 13, Craig Klein. 23rd is Craig Klein. 24th is Zayn Plumley. Yep. 25th is Eric Leitsky. 26th is Junie Thompson. Hadn't seen his name for quite some time, and he's on the Martin Sports Car Club team. 27th is Eric Lilly. Hope I got that right. 28th is Bjorn Stange. 29th is...
Crispy Wells.
30th is Shane Brown running with the Martin Sports Car Club. Let's see, 31st, Michael Banana Man Cabrera is now on ZPM Motorsports. 32nd is Matt Montalvo. 33rd, Donnie Greathouse. 34th, new driver Roger Mast. And 35th, who just squeaked in at the last second to get a qual but doesn't finish a lap, is Dean Dibdahl. So what do you think about all these drivers coming in? That's a lot of drivers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And especially with some of these cars that we have this year, which are the touring cars that are on iRacing. Two of them are brand new that just came out, which is kind of neat. And whoop, I always keep hitting that wrong button there. And we're going to take a closer look as these go through and let you know some of the differences between them.
I got a haircut.
Well, they can't see that. They don't have a video
know.
camera on.
I just got a haircut.
She's very happy for her haircut. She hasn't had one in a long time. Her hair is really long. So as you can see off in the distance there in the middle of the screen, a lot of the guys are now getting ready to grid. So these are standing starts. And we're going to close in on this as we have, can't remember exactly how long the standing start is, but this is going to be heat number 1, or what we're going to call race number 1. So everyone is going to race for 20 minutes and then have a 1-minute warm-up, which really isn't much. It's just in between to give us time to talk about the next heat. And then the second race is going to be 20 minutes as well. So 2 20-minute races is the format. The points will be awarded as a combined for the points for the championship. And one of the great interesting things that we are going to do is however you finish in the first race is how you line up and grid on the second race, except for the fact that the top 10 guys will actually be inverted. So if you end up in 10th place in race number 1, you will be on pole for race number 2. And if you won the race, you'll be in 10th place trying to work your way up, trying to grab a second win for the night. So it's going to be crazy. So here we go. We didn't have any lights, so everybody's off. These are standing starts this year. These cars are absolutely crazy and amazing, and so much fun to drive. They're all front-wheel drive cars, and you can see that there's 3 manufacturers already. There's the Audi RS3, which is pretty much their small 2-cylinder turbos. There is the Hyundai Elantra N, and then also the Honda Civic R, which also came out as well. So we are on board with Jeffrey Orion, and he is making his way down through the Road Atlanta, through the S's, through here. And of course, as always, halfway through one of these heats, I think it's going to be the second one, Lexi is going to take over the commentary and give a play-by-play of where we are as we ride along with one of the drivers. And to help everybody out, the turns are not really named at Road Atlanta, so she went through and made some, so it's going to be an interesting day. So on to the racing. So Michael Cochran, who is out front now in his Elantra, is still holding the race down. And for a lot of the new people that are riding and watching as well, you get to see the timing tower. I had to make it a little bit smaller to get a little more people in there, but I can't get all 35 drivers all at the same time. So what do you see so far, Lexi, that could be a little bit different from last season?
There's a bunch of new people.
Yes, we do know that there is a bunch of new people, no doubt about that. And as you can tell, it is absolutely nuts how close a lot of these guys are. You can see a great view here, and with these cars being so equally balanced that there's going to be so
fastest
much.
lap, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Ryan Flannery getting fastest lap right off the bat, and there's just the competition and the differences between them right up on that bumper. Jeff is telling him, man, it is time to move on. Let's go. I'm tired of these guys behind me, because taking a look behind him, here is his view in his rearview mirror of Ollie in the Pink Panther car, which is kind of neat. I do like that one. And maybe, little before Lexi's time, definitely not mine, with the Pink Panther cartoons. Whoa, way off course, catching some air in that Honda Civic for Ollie. But he does keep the power down and keep that car moving. As we're going to take a view through a little bit farther back, so you can see just still how close these cars are is relative to speed and braking and turning. And with front wheel drive cars, which is we haven't driven before, these things, the front tires are asked to do everything, which is accelerate, brake, and turn. So these things get heated up so much that you can actually burn through a set of tires, which is one of the reasons why we switched from the 40-minute normal race we did with 1 mandatory pit stop to going to 2 20-minute heat races, because we want the racing to be exciting the whole time. And there goes Jeff right on the inside, but overcooks it just a little bit as they come together. Oh, a little bit of touching between these guys, and that now gives Ali Belanger chances. They're going to go 3 wide right through the first section. This is not going to end up well. I cannot believe this, but these cars are great. They do take a beating, and I know, I'm sorry I got so excited. Normally Lexi is the one that breaks everybody's eardrums, but I was talking so fast and got so excited. She's looking at me like I got 4 heads right now. But this is absolutely just amazing. I need to take a breath. Why don't you talk a little bit?
Hi.
That's not enough. You're going to have to talk more than that.
Okay,
I mean, look at these guys just absolutely going at it. Whoa, off into the grass. And a long power slide, stays off, mows some more grass. So how many points off is Jeff going to get for mowing the grass?
3 points off.
3 points off. So sorry about
hurting the grass.
Yes, I know. She does like her grass, so no mowing the grass. So as we're going to start to work our way down the field a little bit, because Ollie has now gone out to, and some of these cars, a 1.1 second lead is absolutely a big difference in these cars, because they don't draft as well as the GT3 cars with the lack of power that they have and as boxy as they are, but they do have a decent amount of extra bits and pieces to create as much downforce as they can to try to get these cars moving through here. So there's a good look through there. Here's Jesse Olsen. Well, there was Jesse Olsen. There we go. He's changed his he's changed his picture for his banner and talks about with these cars the vortex of danger, which is trying to make a move on the inside when your car is only halfway up the driver's door on the car in front. So it does get pretty crazy, as Ollie now in the lead has taken the fastest lap of 1:29.1. But these cars are light. They only take about 7, maybe 8 gallons, of fuel to get through here, as we're seeing Michael Cochran with a new livery by Craig Klein this year as they go through, and you should see these cars slide all over the place. So much fun to drive. We will ride along with somebody at some point and see, how they're doing. And right there in the Hyundai is Justin Hall with Shut Up and Drive It, and great, another livery. So I believe he does the liveries as well for the Shut Up and Drive It team. And that's one thing that's really great, is you're going to notice in this one is a majority of the drivers are on a team. We actually have 8 teams this year of 5 drivers, mostly 5 drivers each, which is going to make the Team Cup competition really fun. So 5 minutes in, and it is just absolutely still nose to tail for a lot of these guys as Matt Carroll comes over the crest on the backstretch, trying to make sure that he keeps Jeff, who did go off course there and mow the grass, trying to get forward again, but keeps him right in the bay behind him, as that Audi does have a ton of torque and is so good off the corners and also on the starts. I also drive an Audi, and you get that thing hooked up right and you can pass 4 or 5 people just on the start, which is great. And that thing does leap off corners, but it also does eat tires, so tire management is a big thing. I haven't driven the other 2 cars, but I heard the Honda Civic is great. Oh, there goes somebody. I thought it was Michael Cochran. He goes way wide and is able to collect it and bring it on track. So another thing too, which is great about these cars, is we are allowed to have a little friendly bumping, here and there. They do take a beating and allow the racing to keep going, whereas you just touch one blade of grass in the GT3 car and then you're spinning and your race is over. What do you got to say? I'm completely out of breath. I need a drink.
I have to say that this race has gotten to a great, exhausting start.
So moving a little bit further down the pack.
Big head.
Yep, Greg K. He's working with a funny looking lens on his camera.
He looks like one of those bald guys with huge eyes in Star Wars. Like,
oh, the Cantina Band.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no, that's quite all right. You interrupt, because I definitely need the break. So you will see a lot of cars with the Podium Hunters livery on it, but there are 2 teams, because there were so many of them that they split them in half. And there's a new Blinky that happened. Somebody just disappeared and came back.
We have a Shake and Bake Award.
Do we have a Shake and Bake Award?
Well, not an award, but the highest person.
Yep. Who's so far in the lead? A Shake and Bake.
Bradley Elvis. It just changed.
Yep. Well, that's
it just changed.
Yep. So you're looking at Tom Jessen here, who looks like he's the head MSCC driver. He is up in 11th place right now, and he'd like to get 10th, so he could start on pole for race number 2. And the liveries this year a lot cleaner than years past that I used to do in my limited experience. So Kevin Medina actually took up painting. So again, with the Team Cup, and the guys are starting to really turn on the professionalism, and now have their own painters that are in their group, which is nice. So we should see a lot of new and cool liveries coming up. So there's Quentin with his pink pants. That's the twin car to Ollie Bellinger. So we'll have to get him to change his banner for the Tennessee Region SCCA. And back with us again, which is great, from Fully Sent. I know that they had some missing guys and missing some races last year, but glad to have Vincent back. Great racer. And while it's these two Audis are going at it. Audi's probably not the most popular car since it was one of the oldest ones on the iRacing service, but there are a lot of guys like myself that have spent some time behind the wheel and just didn't want to have to learn and buy another car, so stuck with it, and seems to be very equally balanced with the other two as they go side by side. And Vincent takes the inside line, but then again, coming back up, then who's the other driver looking on the board over here? Chris Walsh. Through there, actually, it said, and now he's going to push his way through as they come through. Oh, the last turn onto the straight, that is crazy. And Kevin Medina is now thinking he wants to go 3 wide, but now decides to pick one side or the other with the preferred line, as these guys are still going at it and keeping it clean, which is nice. But that has allowed Kevin Medina, a little bit of touch that Kevin was able to hit Chris in the back there. And as they come side by side, door to door, as there's cones on the course. How many points for a cone?
2.
2 points.
I thought it was 2 seconds.
Well, we don't really have seconds here. We just take away points. So look at this absolute freight train coming through here with Chris Walsh, Kevin Medina, Bradley, Andrew, Jovan, Daniel, just back here having a grand old time with these cars, and it is just absolutely amazing. It's, what we don't want to encourage is people to smash and dash to try to get through here, and we like to promote some clean racing, which is nice. So it's great that no one has actually incurred a big giant crash at this point, as going through 10A, 10B up under the bridge and over the hill. Matt Carroll is there getting a good run over there on Michael Cochran, and a good run in these cars goes a mile, and look at him just tucked up underneath. And as Michael Cochran goes to the inside to defend his line just a little bit, it does allow for a faster corner speed out of Matt Carroll as they go up the hill back again, which Matt is now setting up for turn number 3, not this one here, but right through here. And takes a pinch. I hope he probably got a 1X for that one for going off course, but luckily did not get a slowdown. And with these guys fighting, look what's happening behind them. More cars coming in and getting in line to find out who is going to be next. It's so hard. Some people know exactly how tough it is to try to commentate this race, and get Lexi to get in here and say some things, and then talk about which driver, which camera angle, and all these buttons and everything else. It's absolutely nuts. But Lexi, why don't you say something?
I'm raising my hand.
I know, I can't stop talking. I'm having such a good time. So I'm over my mouth. That'll actually work.
We have a Shake and Make award. Nope, wait, no, you're gonna do one. Donald Greathouse. I thought it was a tie.
Well, it is a tie. There's Eric has. Oh no, Donald has 10.
That's what I said.
That's crazy. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's a tie, 6 and 6, and then I was like, oh, look, it's 9. Oh, look, now it's 10.
So you're looking at Daniel Kroger. Who is DJ Ninja.
Oh my goodness.
His cat putting the ninja kick on the dog. If you notice that his livery has changed, he has swapped teams from Zayn Motorsports and went over to Shut Up and Drive It for a really good cause. That I think that team is majorly a veteran-based team. Veteran military is really what that's for. So I was very happy to be able to announce that. And with that, I was moved from Tennessee back to my team, Zayn Motorsports, even though I live in Tennessee. And also Banana Man, Michael Cabrera, who was on the Martin Sports Car Club last year, is now with me at Zayn Motorsports, and happy to have him. So a lot of switching around of people this year, but it's going to be good. But look who we brought back.
Chicken legs.
Yep, there's Eric running his
car.
Yeah, it looks like a patriotic Tron-ish. I know he usually runs
looks
a
like
plaid.
Marvel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does look like Marvel, like a little bit of Iron Man in there, maybe.
Yeah, it
That
does.
is kind of cool.
It looks like a little bit of Iron Man, a little bit of
Spider-Man, the Iron Spider.
Well, I was gonna say Iron Man and a bit of Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And Captain America.
Yep, true. and Justin is right behind him. So we have
He's actually right behind him.
Yeah. So yeah, there's 3 Zayn Motorsports drivers between Justin going side by side with Eric, and Zayn letting them catch up, and Michael Cabrera right behind him as they got a freight train of ZPM drivers going through 10A, 10B, and like to keep it clean. I mean, we've all raced together for so long. Last thing we want to do is take each other out.
How many more minutes until we can go over that thing?
What thing?
That thing?
Oh, right. I think we're going to do that maybe in race 2.
Darth Kitty.
Cat Vader. I thought you liked that one instead of your dad's mug
I
shot quite
love
again.
I think that if we could get that costume, Charming is that cat, so
Yeah.
what if we can put it on him?
We do have a black cat, and I do have a Darth Vader helmet. I know I'm geeking out on you guys. I'm sorry, but it was a Halloween costume. The whole family went to Star Wars a long time ago, so I don't know if our cat will fit in there. But there's Zayn. There's myself. It's third person. Just right now giving Eric a whole lot of heck and worry as they're coming up to turn number 6 side by side. And these guys we've raced so long together. I don't know if I need to say in third person, but we've had our moments. But I'll tell you one thing: if anyone is going to hit me in a race, I'd rather it be Eric, because we just have such a good time racing each other, because our skills are pretty much the same and on the same level on almost any given week in any car and any track. So we really enjoy racing with each other. So going down to 10A, 10B, Eric has got the inside line. Zayn has got the lead. And how is this going to play out? Leaving some room, and side by side they go. But Zayn has a much better line coming up through there. And I do think that is Iron Man. But with me and Eric now fighting, look at Banana Man, who's got a great run coming up there as we go side by side through the last turn, 12, which is not the easiest, coming up and moving through. And I know there is so much going on up front. Oh, side by side into turn 1. I don't know how this is going to happen. A lot of slide by Eric. He lost some speed going up, and these guys are going to slide in 1, 2, and 3.
Tie. 10 and 10.
Yep.
Nope, not 10 more. Only 1.
So we have Ryan and Ollie right now. These are your leaders going through, and and it is tough. I thought I saw something. Justin Hall, I think, went off a little bit and now is falling back to 11th place. So with 4 minutes left, Tom Jensen is in the lucky dog seat. I don't know what we want to call it, but 10th place, because you get pole. We'll have to think of a cool name for that one. Jesse Olsen way through
Made
there.
you look.
Who are you waving at?
I made you look.
Oh my goodness, you're killing me.
Made you look. There, in the big book.
Oh boy. Oh, wait till later.
liar.
You're lucky you don't have school tomorrow, else I'll send you to bed. All right, so we have Jesse Olsen in third and a great lead over a lot of the other guys. But man, these two here, I don't know what's going to happen with 3.5 minutes left as both of them slide their cars going up the hill. You have to keep a lot of corner speed going up in that turn because of the gearing in some of these cars. Fourth is just too high, and you got to shift halfway through, or it slows you down. And staying in fifth actually just kind of bogs down a little bit. So you do have to carry as much corner speed as you can to keep the car within the power band to get up that hill, or else it just bogs so much. Fastest lap for Zayn finally towards the end of the race, a 1:30.8.
For him or the fastest one?
No, just fastest for me.
Oh.
Yep. There's Bradley. I'm not sure who did. Oh, he changed his picture. There's a picture of Bradley. Like to announce that he has just retired from the military after, I believe, 20 years. I hope I got that right. 20 years of service, and has moved his family to Texas and is enjoying the fruits of his labor and service. So thank you very much, Brad. You deserve your time off. So, and he deserves to go a lot wide after that one, bouncing off the corner, but he was able to keep it, because he does have Donnie Greathouse right behind him going through. And someone we haven't talked about yet is Dean Dibdahl. He did start the race late, and he bought the car, from what I understand from his dad. For those who don't know, Dean is only 14 years old, and he's won a few iRacing championships on some other leagues, and it's just a phenomenal kart racer in real life and stuff. So glad to have him with Zayn Motorsports and help nurture and keep him going. But the only thing I can teach him is stuff that's off track, because he teaches me stuff on track. He's such a great racer in both realms. But here he is. He bought the car right before the league session was why he was so late getting in, taking care of that. So he started in last, but he is working his way up 10 places from where he started in last up to 25th. Matt Montalvo from Fully Sent, that's usually not where he is placed. I'm hoping he's not having some issues or had an issue where he went off track to go back there. Skylar Gregg, glad to see him as well. He's in the silver sooty livery design car. He took a lot of time off last season, and again, another military who's done a lot of studying and working towards more promotions within the military as well. So if we don't see him, he is off making a better life for himself and for this country. And again, real thankful to have him here. And Chris Wells, and he is, from what I understand, kind of coming to terms. Some weeks he's really fast, and other weeks he struggles a little bit. But nonetheless, he does like this is so different from his Miata that he does try. So I think that's about all I can get to, because I got to go back to the front with these guys, because it looks like we might be taking on a white flag here soon. Not sure, maybe next time through, because it didn't hit the 20-minute mark. So again, with the new layout, the way and format that we use, I'm not quite sure. But man, Ryan is just all over the back of Ollie, and Ollie, both these guys are just amazingly fast racers. You can't even see a braking point. Obviously, your camera view is quite low on the nose. But man, these cars, they just bounce all over the place using all the track. What do you think of this?
Crazy.
Crazy is right. Wow, he's in the car. How did that happen? I'm not so sure, but they probably got a 1X for that one. But he is right there. I mean, I can't even use this view anymore because those guys are so close. It's unbelievable. So we are past the 20-minute mark. So with the timed race, I mean, sometimes you get an extra lap or an extra 2 laps, depending on how it all works out. So these guys are touching as they're coming side by side. Ryan got an amazing jump off of turn 7, and as they come down, it's going to come to the braking zone, but they're going to give each other space. There's no doubt about that. Each of them are going to use the curb, but there goes Ryan all the way through with the preferred line as you go through 10A, up and over, and now I do see checkered flag. So this is going to be what is come down to. So a last-ditch effort by Ryan coming through on an amazing side-by-side battle between these guys is just nuts. So that is the end of Heat 1. And look at all these cars that have already crossed the finish line, which is absolutely just amazing how quickly they go through. So Tom Jessen through there is in the seat. She's going to be in pole for next time. So there goes Justin Barrera through. Eric, there goes Zayn in the foreground. Oh, battling it out. Michael Cabrera hangs it out wide, trying to get past Donnie to get another spot there as we go through. And some of these guys, so I mean, this is amazing. It's only been 40 seconds in, and the field has already crossed the line. So we raced for 20 minutes, and the whole field crosses the line, basically all within the same minute, which is just absolutely nuts. Daniel, unfortunately, didn't get to him too much. He must have had an issue right there. I think there was something that happened on the front straight, and he fell back. Oh, yeah, his car's damaged. You can see the bumper in the new damage model where the bumper is just hanging off there.
He's curved. He's doing.
Yeah, so unfortunately, he was running really high up the leaderboard, and I guess had an issue. But does finish the race, but he will start in 33rd. All right, so how about we talk about the grid? What?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. She was trying to tell me something, but whispered so quietly I couldn't hear it. All right, so let's find out who ended up where. There we go. Whoops, I think it went a little too far. All right, so our winner for the race number 1 is Ryan by 14 hundredths of a second over Ali Beliger from Tennessee. Jesse Olson is the last finisher on the podium in 3rd, followed by Michael Cochran, who was out in front early on. And then right down the list is Jeffrey, Matt, Michael, Greg K, Matt Nickel, and top 10 driver in the lucky dog seat is going to be Tom Jessen, who's going to start on pole for the next race. Justin Hall just outside of that with that one mistake he had in 11th, followed by Chris Walsh, Andy Gaterick, Ewan Seller, Quentin, Justin, Zayn, Eric. Sorry, I'm trying to find my little buttons. There's like 9 million buttons over here you wouldn't believe. And that's as far as it's letting me show for some reason. Oh, that's because we are going to the next heat. The warm-up is over. There we go. We're going to say Eric. So Bradley in 19th, Michael, Matt, Dean, Skyler, Chris Wells, Shane Brown, Eric, Abe, Kevin Medina had some issues, fell back, Craig, Bjorn, Donnie, and the rest of the guys there. So we're going to go back to now race number 2. So what do you think of that first race? I'm talking to you, Lex. she's kind of staring off into outer space.
I think that everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome?
Yes. I want someone to crash.
You want someone to crash?
Yes. Like a big, really good crash.
Well, I don't know if that happens. Everyone's been driving pretty clean through here. Here we go. And there we go. Green flag. Tom Jessen is on the gas as fast as he can because he has the top 10 finishers right behind him. And he does get a great launch with that Honda. He must have figured out how to launch that thing. And he is up the hill first with Matt Nickel right behind him, giving him chase. And of course, they will start all over with a fresh set of tires. And oh man, we got some guys I can't even figure out. There's some crashing back there. I can't even move my mouse. Oh, there goes Craig Klein around. And one of the study guys, looks like Skyler as well, unfortunately has crashed. But we're going to go up front. And there was Michael Day. He's thinking this thing is NASCAR and giving him a bump draft through there. Some of the cars are dropping a wheel. And this is absolutely nuts. But Matt Nickel, there he goes on the inside, turn number 6. And they're going to fight through in turn number 7 and see how this is going to work out. Pinches him a little bit, but also gives him room on the exit as the car swings out wide through momentum. And now it's a drag race to go down. But Tom Jessen gets back into the lead after some fighting there, which has now allowed some of these other drivers, as you can tell, the freight train going on through there, which is just it's unbelievable how they get through everything here with all the tracks. So they go, you can see Ollie, that one is Ollie? Michael Cochran back there. Just put a little wheel off, but that's okay. And Ollie's just a couple cars back. Oh, right off the bat, Michael Day. Oh, he collected it. I don't think, no harm, no foul, but he does lose a ton of places, unfortunately. As Matt Nickel crosses line, yeah, it still shows Ollie off and Matt Carroll. So guys swinging wide. Coming off of that turn, you can just see the leaderboard going absolutely nuts trying to keep up. So when you're looking at the leaderboard and you see the interval, if it's in orange, it's usually under half a second, and the darker the number, the closer that the racing is. So when it gets yellow, it's just under a second. Under that's half a second. So absolutely nuts coming through here. I'm gonna look for a different camera angle. See if we can't mix it up as we see some new stuff going through there. Look at this group coming through. Looks like from Ollie back, Justin Hall, Matt, Jesse, Quentin, Bradley, Andrew, Zane, Eric Guven. Those guys are just crushing it and keeping it close.
Okay, we have a new shake and bake person.
Whoa, you have got to talk about that one. How did that happen?
What? Dean Dibdahl. That's what I'm wondering. We're at 22, which means it's close to 34. How is it 17? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure. Actually, the shake and bake may be stuck on how they finished in the last race.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because Tom Jensen started on pole, and it's just now saying he lost 10. So, yeah, I guess we can't use shake and bake. I'll have to.
Fastest lap of the war. Fastest lap.
Yeah, a 1:30.288. Now, whoa, sideways all the way through that turn for Chris Walsh. I don't know if you guys caught that on the screen or not, but he went up the hill sideways like it was a D1 drift competition at Road Atlanta, which normally takes place in the 10A, 10B area down the hill, which is fun. If you've ever been to one of those, I would highly suggest go to it. It's a fun event. Car control is a whole new level for those guys because it's about a different type of grip, really. Grip and slip and lots of smoke. So it's a lot of fun. So moving on back to see what's going on further on, there's Andy Gaterick right there, just went through the turn, and he does have a slew of people. His teammate Zayn right behind him, up into 15th place. Not a bad place for him. But Eric, there it is, right next to each other. These guys are stuck together like a bad Band-Aid that won't let go. Me and Eric again are right next to each other, having another fight, which I really wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, great fun racing with Eric all the time. But there goes Dean, making up more spots, now up to 17th, which is just absolutely crazy. There's Joven there from Podium Hunters up into 18th place, and he is on the tail. Oh, we got to go back to Dean. There he goes. Dean now taking an inside move onto Eric as they pull.
Dibdahl just move up. So sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Whoa, 3 wide. Whoa, Eric and Joven got together through there. Not exactly sure what happened, but Eric slides that car going up through turn 1 to keep the inside line and the momentum going. But he is going to be just taking rubber off those tires and heating them up. So hopefully he can get them cooled down for the end of the race as Joven gets through and just is moving on. And now he has, his sights set on the next group.
There are 4 10s.
4 10s?
Yeah.
For how many?
10,
for how many people?
10.
Yep. Oh, you forgot to tell me
3.
to turn on the track map.
Ooh. Wait.
What?
The last race, we didn't get to do the halfway thing.
Well, no, we're gonna do it on the second one.
Oh well, when is that? Because I really want to do it.
In 4 minutes. So when the clock goes up to 10, which is half a 20,
okay.
We'll ride along with somebody and see exactly how this is going on. So there's Joven and Eric again, side by side. 10-8, 10. Oh, and they're hitting again and again. Oh my goodness, these guys are just, they're not having it. And now the other Podium Hunters teammate of his, Abe Wozniak, is now going through. So those guys looks like they're working together. And now that gives a chance to Justin Barrera to come in on the inside. Whoa, Justin, hold on, buddy. Oh, he saved it from being able to take out the back end of Eric. And now that lets Banana Man catch up. Oh, Zayn Plumby sliding that car through the corner. And I think because of the temperatures out today, it's about 110, 112 on track. And these tires are heating up because of the racing is just so intense. You can see everyone going off. I mean, they should have had their cars. Oh, he's dragging a cone. How much is that, Lexi?
2 points.
2 points just for dragging a cone?
Wait, you could drag a cone?
He was dragging a cone. I'm trying to look for. Oh, okay. The cone finally fell off.
Oh, so what is that? Is that an alligator?
I have no idea. Maybe a lizard.
Or a lizard?
Yep. There's Junie.
I love that cat. Let me try to see if I can make it face.
So, for a lot of the new guys that are driving with this, that are catching this for the first time, Lexi, my co-host, she is 9 now, and she has been at my side since the second race because she saw how bad it was in the first race when I tried to commentate myself without any software.
No, you wouldn't let me see it because it's so bad.
It was so bad. I'm embarrassed to even say that it was something I did. So on the second race, she has been commentating with me and does great things as far as picking out the prettiest livery and taking a picture and showing it on social media as that's her pick for the week, or she can use her trophy, which we haven't built this year's trophy yet. We forgot. We got to build this year's trophy. Glitter, yes. Pink, purple, glitter, it's all good. Unicorns and rainbows. But another thing that she'll give out the trophies for is the SDK software on the banner. And of course, she does love animals. And so if there's anything that you guys want to do, that some guys actually change their banner every single week to try to get some attention. But I got to tell you, it is not easy for me. I want to be able to have everybody shown on the broadcast, but with 2 20-minute races and how intense a lot of the action is, it's really tough to be able to get to everybody. And so my apologies if unlike seasons past where I could go through and just see everybody and show everybody's livery. But look at this gaggle happening behind. It looks like a parking lot at Publix trying to find milk and bread when they just announced a snowstorm coming in. Absolutely nuts. Look at that. I mean, and here we are almost halfway through the second heat, and we still have that much close racing. All right, so how about you do the names and maybe I pick a person?
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go with, you know what? For sake of, we're going to start this year off with our champion from last year. How about that?
Okay. What is entry Vonix of Danger?
Vortex. Where is...
I don't get it.
Oh, it would help if I push the right button, but he's almost there. He's on the back side. So he's got about a half a lap to go, and then we'll ride with him as soon as he gets under the bridge. So he'll start over here, but we'll start at the start-finish line.
Okay.
So as I was mentioning earlier, Lexi, we ride along with the driver, and for one lap, so everyone can see who is not a racer, what it actually looks like to drive some of these cars. And we're going to ride along with last year's champion in points for season 1, 2, and 3, Jesse Olson. Because we're going to start this off right, and plus you get to see a lot of great traffic, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know how much of the track you're going to see when he's riding that much closer to somebody in front of him. All right, so here we go. We're getting ready to start.
And before we start, I would like to say we might hit some commentator skirts.
Maybe commentator shirts. Okay, so turn number 1 coming up is?
Darth Kitty Island.
Darth Kitty Island. Where do you come up with this stuff? And up a small hill.
The cat gets to nap stop.
Followed by?
Bump stop.
Which is 13. And then right before we go through the S's?
Donut stop. Don't forget your coffee.
Yep, right through there. And this is called the?
S's.
Yep, back into turn 5.
Banana Kitty slip and slide.
It is a slip and slide, no doubt. Short little straight into turn number 6. We're going to start this one because you named it something long.
This is the part where the cat falls asleep in the car.
Into turn number 7.
Giddy up.
To go on to turn number 8, which is?
Not a turn.
Which is not a turn. I know, it's crazy. And turn number 9, which is not really a turn.
Breakfast pit stop.
Yep, and it's right there. If you blinked, you missed it. It was not really a turn. Coming to the most popular turn.
Bus stop coaster.
The bus stop coaster. That's about how it goes, because you go down the valley, up. Oh, look at the craziness going on underneath the bridge, which is?
Catopia.
Catopia. And the last corner right here
is Crash Your Partner Dance.
That, you know what? That is a perfect name. Crash Your Partner Dance. That, I'm sure that has happened. So one
because
lap.
Cars crash each other. It's kind of like a dance.
And it's really sometimes only one line through there. Whoa, who was that? Who was that getting? That was Tom Jessen getting the back end all crazy, was able to keep control. This is absolutely still just nuts as we are less than 8 minutes away from the end of this. So with that inverted grid, you could see that some of the cars are just so eager to get back up front with these guys. Just nuts. So there's more racing going on. There's Jovan, who's got past Banana Man, and Eric and Justin and Daniel's making up some spots as they go through. And Craig Klein, let's give a shout out to Craig for
it went to 30.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Well, it skipped the ones over here between 11 and 19 to make room for those guys.
Oh.
So shout out to Craig Klein for improving his skills over last season with just a more amazing Tennessee region liveries, and he's really pushing the buttons on stuff. I don't know if we can actually see it. It doesn't come out in the replay, but on the inside of the banner, he would actually write stuff about, eyes up, keep your eyes on the apex and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. So he's working on some new stuff there. Bjorn, hey, Bjorn's in an Audi. I love it. I'm sure that he will get a custom paint job, no less, and will be able to show off because he normally has some flashy ones, especially the one on the Lamborghini. Oh, you like the cat?
Yeah. So there's a difference on the map thingy between the two names. This is where the cat falls asleep, because that one is where the cat falls asleep in the car. Where the cat gets to take a nap is a place where the cats get to stop and go to a place where they can take a nap. But they don't have to be a car. And here.
Yeah, very true. Oh, there's Eric. Oh, Eric's got a cone.
Two cones.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
cones all over the place. I don't think it slowed him down any, nonetheless, but he is. Yeah, I mean, and that's his teammate, that he's swapping places with there. There's Daniel going through now turn 6, nice and smooth. I mean, Daniel's got such a great style to go through and always willing to help. He's him and Justin Barrera. We have a rookie league that happens on Monday nights where we use GT4 cars, and Daniel, Brad, and Justin Barrera are there as instructors helping out some of the newer drivers or some of the seasoned drivers that could use some help, finding some speed as well. So, great thanks for those guys for putting that together so the rookies can get some more seat time, and because that's what this sport's all about, isn't it? It's all about seat time, and that's one of the best investments that you can get. All right, looking forward, Dean up to 15th place. I got to get him a new livery. I wasn't quite sure. Well, I didn't know he was driving, and he didn't either up until 10 minutes before the qualifying started. So glad to see him there. So he is giving Quentin there some headaches, and we all know Dean. He drives that thing like it is his own racing cart. A very different style, the way he works the wheel and his turn in and how aggressive he is. But nonetheless, it works. Works for him, and I'll tell you what, he's been on the podium before, and he ended up in the championship. At one point, he was in the top. He was in 3rd or 4th in the championship last season in a 20 race season, which is great. And some of the guys turned it on late, and I think knocked him down to 5th, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, he's got so much seat time ahead of him in the future. We just can't wait to see what's going to go on with Dean. All right,
4 more minutes.
Moving back up front. Look who is in that hunter position right there, the podium hunter himself. Jeff is now looking at Michael Cochran. Again, these guys, we're going to start seeing these guys all around the front. What do you have 4 fingers up for?
I know. They're flat. Okay, 4. There are 4 more minutes, but now it's 30.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about? You only have 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm kidding. I would like to talk about how Dean Dibdahl is at 20. What?
Yep.
Raise the roof.
May have to, unfortunately, take that one off.
What do you mean?
There we go. Oh, is that what I wanted? Nope, that is not what I wanted.
Wait, what do you mean take it off?
The positions gained.
Why?
Because it doesn't work for the second race. And we get to see more of the screen. How about that?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Whatever. This guy is chillaxing, staring at us like, you guys are flapping your mouth when you should be on your belly, relaxing in the sunset.
Yep. I don't know too much about Jeff. Maybe that is his style, which is why he picked that. And I think he's already figured you out as far as what to pick up for, pick out for his thing. So I don't know the name of that guy. There's actually a name for that guy that somebody named the iRacing guy that runs the flag all the time.
Man?
No, not Tire Man. That's the
Wait,
Michelin
who
Man.
is him?
I don't know. I'll have to research that, but there is an actual name that iRacing gave the flag guy in the stand. All right, let's go back to Greg K through here, and he is...
Big head.
I don't think he has a big head.
He looks like he does.
Yep. There he is. And he's giving chase to catch up to Jesse Olsen. He'd like to get that spot, but of course, being teammates, I don't know how hard they're going to fight. But you could just see a slew of guys over there that was with the same livery moving forward. So, and yep, there's some Martin guys. I think Chris might be a lap car, if I'm not mistaken. But Daniel is all over the back there, trying to move forward. Was that Daniel? Oh no, it was Tom. Tom looks aggressive. He's very smooth and a chillaxing type of guy, but he's trying to put on some mood. These cars do promote a little bit of aggression because it's not so easy to pass at a lot of the tracks. So it's going to be interesting as this season goes on. I may need to have like an oxygen tank next to me for some of these things as we're winding down our last minute, and Jeff, whoa, that's a real close shot. Jeff is winding in. Here could be the last lap, if I'm not mistaken, between these guys. Jeff has got the work, his work cut out for him. But we still have Greg and Jesse. There's Tom there getting some pressure, but there's Greg, Jesse, and who are they fighting? Matt Carroll from Friend Motorsport. Still, these guys are having nothing between them at this point. They're not sharing bologna sandwiches. They both want to get past that line as quick as possible. What are you looking at me for? You want a bologna sandwich?
Huh? Ew, I hate bologna. Bologna is like ham that's been dumped into a dumpster, and that's how it's got its round shape and not a flappy shape, and it's got little spots on it from the dumpster.
Oh my goodness. You just don't know what you're missing.
Bologna is like a baby. Oh!
Oh, there's Michael. How do we miss that?
I want to do that with our cat.
I know I've talked a lot about him, but I can't believe we have not put it on his banner to show you his cat. Oh, that's absolutely crazy.
I want to do that with our cat. I just need care.
Yep.
I need help.
So here he is coming up and over, and yep, it is going to be Checker as Michael Cochran grabs the race number 2 win. And there he is flashing the lights ahead of Jeff, and Ollie's in third. So Team Tennessee putting on a clinic here today, grabbing 2 of the 3 spots on the podium. So this is going to be an incredible season, I think it was. Wow, look at these cars. And I mean, can any cars finish any closer together that whole entire time? That is absolutely nuts. I can't even keep up with how quick these things are clicking and going through here.
Checkered flag.
I know, it's nuts, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, because we do it all the time, checkered flag.
All right. Whew. There's Junie Thompson coming on the back stretch.
Mom needs to see this.
Yeah, what is he's like sticking his tongue at you like na 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 na.
No, he's just like, I'm possessed.
Wow, that is crazy. So again, glad to have Junie Thompson back. Missed him for a season. I know work and school has kept him away from us, but absolutely glad to see him back on track. So, all right. What you got?
Junie, I was hoping if you could send that picture to my dad so that he could send it to me. Or at least I could print it out or send it to Mom.
Somehow. Well, or we just show them the replay on YouTube we're going to upload later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about race results.
Can I say it? Please, 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 pretty, please, please, please.
What?
Like the result thingies?
Sure. Let
Please, please, please.
me get to the front.
Thank you.
So race number 2 finished out by
Jeffrey.
No, you missed it.
You said 2.
Yep.
Okay, first is Michael Cochran. 2 is Jeffrey A. 3 is Officer Bellinger.
Oliver Alvier. I think we're just changing it to Ollie. How about that?
Okay. Fourth is Matt Nickel.
Yep.
Fifth is Michael Day. Chris Walsh. Matt Carroll. Gregory K. Tom Jessen. Justin Hall, who's 100 years old.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna be so mad now.
Andy Gatorade, Bradley Alvis, Jesse Olson, Abe.
Yep. Wozniak.
Abe Wozniak.
So fun to say.
Wozniak. Joven Solier.
Solar.
16 is Sequin D. Bover. I'm just going to call him Bover. 17 is Dean Dibdahl. Zayn Plumley, my hero.
Michael.
Michael Cabraran. Justin Diebomber. Daniel
Kroger.
DJ Kroger. You know what? It should be Captain DJ Kroger.
You might change it.
Eric Lightsky. Vision Cernuto.
Not the Marvel guy, Vincent.
I know. Shane Brown.
You forgot Craig Klein.
Oh yeah, Craig Klein. Shane Brown. Bjorn Stage. Junie Thompson. Matthew Montavo. That one's fun to say. Kevin Medina, Ryan Flannery, Donnie Greathouse.
We got any more? Yeah, we do.
Charles, I'm going to say all of his names. Chris Wells, Crispy Wells, and Charles Wells. 33 is Skylar Gregg. 30. We have 35. I thought we only had 34. 34 is Eric Likey.
Lily?
Lily. I think it's Lily.
I'll have to ask him again.
And 35th is Roger Mast.
Yep. Perfect. So that is our first week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to I'm going to have to get into shape how to talk so fast for so long with these races. This is absolutely crazy. But I had a great time. It was actually fun racing, and it was fun commentating. Glad to be back in the booth here with Lexi as we get ready for another 14 race season coming up. And should be fun, right?
C.
Any last minute words?
So great to be back. I like my haircut.
Alrighty. So with that note, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you all the drivers. Had a great time.
See.
And we will see you guys next week as we are going to tackle the road course at Daytona. So that's going to be another fun, tight racing week. So thanks again, and tell your friends all about us, and see you next week.
Adios, amigos.